Now, he is actually in his guard, and that's the one good thing about the guard is that he's protected from my submissions. Very few submissions I can even do in the guard. Of course, anything I even try to set up, his hips help him out. So if I do some sort of a choke here, he uses his hips to get me off. If I do some sort of a shoulder lock, I don't have the power because his hips control me. So all that stuff is useless. And not only is it useless, but it's actually dangerous. Me reaching for something is going to get me submitted. So when you're in the guard, don't go for submissions. There's very, very few that work. We're going to go for one in a second, but don't go for them, especially in a closed guard. Useless, and not only are they useless, but they're dangerous. So one move we can go for in the guard is a footlock. Now, footlocks are weird moves. One problem with footlocks is I'm on top here landing some good ground and pound that we just showed. Why even go for a footlock? So the only time I really even recommend going for footlocks is when you're maybe losing a fight, you're down on points, you need some sort of miracle to win. So I'm losing this fight, he's up 2 rounds to 1, and then it's the 3rd round, I'm losing it, but I need to go for the home run. So the footlock. First thing I need to do is have an open guard. So we've opened the guard before, broken that guard open. So either from here or from on the feet, I can go for this footlock. Now, once again, you're going to see me sit back, and that's where I'm going to lose position. So if I'm in the 1st round, definitely do not go for this. I'll show you how to do it both ways. So we'll start off on the feet, standing up. All right? These feet here are obviously I can't reach his arms, I can't reach his neck, but these feet are somewhat open. So what I'm going to do here, what I want to do is I want to get these feet off my hips, maybe even use some ground and pound to distract them. But what I'm going to do with my sugar foot, the one that I call it sugar foot in wrestling, the one that leads is going to push in extra far. Now, I just need to get this foot off my hip. Now, one thing about a footlock, if you just kind of are looking at it the whole time and grabbing it, I'm kind of showing him I'm going for it. So try to keep it kind of subtle, landing some punch. I'm not really looking at it. I'm not really grabbing it either. I'm just kind of keeping it off my hip on top of my leg. Now, that one stepped in. This one's also going to step in, pinch, and fall. All right? Now, we can turn a little bit. When I sat down, I'm in nice and deep because I stepped in and then I sat down. One of the biggest problems with footlocks is if you just sit down, it's very loose. I didn't step in, now he can come up on top of me. I ruined my position by keeping loose. So I need to step in nice and deep. Now at this angle you'll see, step, step, and down. I actually held it with my arm, pinched it, and now watch, as soon as I come down, I'm pinching it with my legs. Now, this foot is gonna be attacked right now. Now, if you notice with my this one is in between his legs. It acts as a barrier. He cannot sit up into me. It's in his way. It's blasting him. Even if he comes in, I can even knee him a little bit. He cannot come over my leg. That's holding him back. Now, it's also, if you notice, it's under his leg here, so he can't footlock me back. If this was floating out here, now we can both footlock each other. This is kind of an even position. With this tucked hitting in here, I can't get footlock back. So it's a good offensive move to keep that tucked. Now, very important, we're pinching tight that leg. I'm controlling this leg. It's just like an arm bar we're going to learn later. Pinching that leg is very important. Now, with this foot, I can swim up top, put it right on his rib cage, keeping him away. Now, not only is my knee in his way, but this foot is holding him back too. So if he wants to punch me, if he wants to escape, he can't. I'm pinching and getting a barrier in between me so he can't come up on top of me. Now, I have all the time in the world to work on this foot with this proper leg work. Now, nice and tight. I'm going to loosen it up so you can see a little better, but you got to maintain that the whole time. Now, with this foot, what we're doing with the foot lock is we're going to break it, that whole toe. As you can see, his foot gets extended like that. We're going to put pressure down here with pressure up here, and that foot's going to hopefully break just like that. We're not worrying about Achilles pain. That doesn't submit a guy. We want an actual foot to break. There's very little bones in here that we're going to extend, and something's going to go. So, with my legs nice and tight, and of course it's going to be loose for a little bit as I show it. I had it here. I'm gonna come underneath with my outside arm under his shin. Now, here's the most important part. I'm gonna slide back until I can kind of see a little bit of the top of his foot. That's what's gonna kind of get extended. If I'm nice and deep on it, you notice it's not getting extended. I need to come back on it, right on that. My armpit's gonna be on this toes, so I back it up. Now, you can see that top of the foot get extended. Now to add pressure, I grab my other forearm, which is gonna come on top of his leg. So I have a figure 4 lock. Now with all my leg work added in, I'll retighten it underneath, back it up, grab. I'm gonna sit back on it and extend his foot. So what's happening is my armpit's right here. I'm pushing up, it's extending. The foot bones and tendons, all that stuff is gonna separate. And I've actually footlock guys where you'll hear popping and snapping. So if you don't tap to this one, you will break your foot. So back it up, lock that figure 4 on, and now watch my head. I sit back and extend it. All right? One of the few submissions you can go for in the guard. All right? But as you can see from here, if I'm going for this footlock, I've given up top position somewhat. So don't go for this. If you're landing great ground and pound, you want to progress, maybe even go side control, mount them. By going for a footlock, I might have given all that up. So it's definitely a risky move. When I go for this footlock, you're going for a home run. So only do it late in the game when you have to get the win.